Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blondie Knots here on YouTube, and do excuse my voice, guys, a little bit. I had some family in town this weekend and we were hooting and hollering, so my voice is a little bit raspy and I do apologize about that, but I just wanted to come on really quick because it is 9:30 in the morning right now. It's very early and I am headed to get some photos in my cardigan, which is finally finished. The one I was working on with the Diablo yarn that I had to frog and pull back and all that good stuff. So I'm so happy with the new length. You can't really see because I'm just in the car, but I'm so glad I did that because I think it's so much more suited to what the style is for this piece. I didn't block it though, surprisingly. I always block my pieces, but I wanted this one to be big and fluffy. The sleeves are a little bit short because I did account for blocking it, but honestly, I'm happy with that too because when I wear it now out and about in my day-to-day life, it won't be like in the way, if you know what I mean. So I don't have to roll them up or anything. So happy about that. But anyways, we are headed to the Sunflower Festival to get some final photos. So I will bring you along, show you what that looks like. If you weren't here last year, I took you there as well, but it's so beautiful and it's a perfect place, honestly, I think, to get a picture of this beautiful yellow cardigan. So I will tell you a little bit more about this later, but let's head over there now and get some cute photos. I also forgot to mention, I am wearing my own little yarn hank earrings. This is one of my new like fall colors. I bought a bunch of new colors for fall and I'm really excited to start releasing those to you guys. I dropped a couple the other day, which were super fun and everyone loved them. So I'm excited about that, but I have a bunch of new colors. Anyways, though, these were kind of, I feel like, the most appropriate for the Sunflower Festival. So thought I'd give those a little mention as well.
Getting lost is time not wasted, as long as it's with you. Unknown roads and foreign places that we're traveling through. We could drive round in circles, any place will do. Endless days and fields of purple in our car's review, and crowds are always few. When I get lost with you, we'll stray away from the avenue.
Okay guys, we are back from the Sunflower Festival. We had such a blast. It was such a nice time. I did have to change though because 90 degrees plus humidity and a full mohair cardigan do not mix very well. So I was pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I feel better now. I took a shower, I got changed, and I'm ready to start my day. I have so much computer stuff to do today and a lot of packing orders, packing a wholesale order, stuff like that, which I will be recording over on my Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing some of that content, go check me out over on Instagram. But before I do that, I did want to go over the cardigan a little more with you while it's still fresh on the noggin. I just finished this project last night actually, so it is very, very freshly off the needles, and I wanted to obviously have it done in time to go take photos today, so it ended up working out perfectly. But the end of this cardigan ended up being so enjoyable, so much so I will be making it again. I have some more yarns I'm going to show you and probably make like a little video all on its own about it, but I'm going to be making one for my mom. I think that's kind of the plan at the moment, so I'll get more into that later. But if I even enjoy it after that, which I've never made two of something in a row and then wanted to make a third one, but if I do, I'd love to honestly go back on Hobie's website and order more of their Diablo mohair, but this time in blue. My original thought process was either making this cardigan in yellow or blue. Ultimately, I obviously went with yellow, which I am so happy I did because I love it in yellow, but now that I like it so much, I'd really like to wear it in blue as well. And I also got got a compliment at Starbucks in the line while we were getting our coffee this morning. So that's always, of course, a very nice feeling as well when somebody, you know, compliments something you made yourself. But to get a little bit more into detail on this, if you guys remember, I told you I had put this down for quite a few months. I think I started this in about maybe February or March of this year, and I was having no fun at making it, to be honest. So I put it away, and I just recently have picked it back up. And I don't know if it's been the time in between that I just needed a break from it, or if I have improved my knitting skills since last time I worked on it. Since last time I have done a test knit, a couple other little knit projects, and so maybe I'm just becoming a little bit more efficient in knitting. I really don't know the reasoning as to why the second half of the sweater was so much more fun, but it really was. And even pulling back those rows wasn't honestly the worst with this yarn. It really worked out quite easily. I would honestly rate this yarn pretty high on my scale. I also don't feel like this is an itchy sweater to wear. I wasn't like overstimulated wearing it or anything like that. It's quite comfortable. It's very, very fuzzy, if you can see, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be. So overall, I honestly feel like I have to give this yarn like an 8 out of 10. I don't really know what I would want different about it. Maybe even a 9. Let's give it a 9. A 9 out of 10 I think is fair. It's such a good affordable option if you want to try something that looks luxurious, made of mohair, and are just afraid to spend the money or don't have the money. This was a great alternative to a mohair cardigan, and it looks completely like it's made out of really expensive mohair. I would definitely recommend this cardigan. I would recommend the yarn, and yeah, I'll probably make it again. And if I do, of course, I'll show you that version as well. The thing I was most excited about that I mentioned to you guys prior was the buttons I was going to add. So funny enough, I didn't put a button band on the other side. These buttons are just mostly for show, which is totally fine with me. Not everything has to be totally functional for me. Some things can just be fun, and these buttons are just that thing for me. But as you can see, I have these gorgeous yellow buttons on here. They are like kind of sand dollar looking. I don't know, maybe stars, but they are so pretty. They match my nails, they match the cardigan. I am just feeling very, very yellow lately, apparently. So I don't know, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this cardigan. I'm genuinely just really proud of myself for getting this done in time for my birthday, in time for making it to the Sunflower Festival, all the things. So yeah, I just really wanted to talk about that. And one more thing I did on this cardigan that I wanted to mention for all my crocheters who are getting into knit, I am still having some troubles with getting a really clean edging on my work. Like for instance, this is worked back and forth. So when I turn my work, I just can't get it to look super, super pretty yet. I'm working on it, but every time I try a different technique, it definitely changes the way it looks. And I tried quite a few techniques on this, but I did cheat a little bit. And after I finished, I took all of the strands, I put them together as if I was, you know, going to knit again. And I just slip stitched down the entire side on both sides, because honestly, this top border here where I had the ribbing, this all looks really good. I'm happy with my cast off and cast on. I don't have the issue there. It's just here. It made the most beautiful edging on my work, and it looks like it was knit. Kind of. So I think that's a pretty good cheat if you're having some issues with your knitting looking really messy, as I am. I wish I would have taken a before shot of what this looked like, because it was just not good. Quite a few holes in it. Stitches looked uneven. So this really just helped pull it all together. And I think it was just the best finishing touch. And I will definitely be doing this in the future until I get my borders down. So wanted to, of course, share that with you guys. But now it is time for me to get to work. I've actually been off filming for quite a few days. I did a little bit of pre-filming before my brother and his girlfriend got here, and we had such a good time. I had so much fun, and I just feel so rejuvenated and ready to get back to work. I'm very excited and enthusiastic about my week coming up, and of course spending it with you guys. So thank you so much for being here. And other than that, I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way so you and I can chit chat. I have some yarn I wanna show you and all the fun things. Maybe we'll pick another project to start, because believe it or not, that project that you just saw right there, that was the last thing I had on my needles on a crochet hook. I am whipless right now. So I am in the market for a new project, and that sounds pretty great to me. But that's basically what the remainder of my day is going to look like. So I will catch you guys in a little bit when I have some loose ends all tied up and we are in a place where we can just chat and have some fun. Hello guys, so it's actually the next day. I just got back from the post office. I dropped off all those Etsy earring orders I had. I picked up a little coffee, and I I figured you and I could sit down for a little bit of a show and tell / catch up / story times, all the things. I feel like it's been a while since we've done one of these, and I have some things to share with you guys. So grab a little coffee, a treat, and let's catch up a little bit. So to start off our little chat, I thought I would start with my new business cards because I ended up ordering some new cards off of Vista Print, and I have a little story and a recommendation that nobody asked for. But as I was packing my orders, I thought, oh my gosh, I better bring this up to you guys because I think it was really awesome, and I wanted to share and pass the information along in case you are ever in the market for business cards or anything like that. So reordering my new business cards, I wanted to update a couple of things. One of the things I really wanted to change about my business cards was I had all my social medias listed, but I just had them with the icon of whatever the social media might be. So let's just say Instagram and then my name, Blondie Knots. And realistically, in today's day and age where I'm seeing a lot of QR codes rolling around, I think it's less likely that someone is going to go into Instagram and physically type my name out rather than scanning a QR code. So my main priority this time around with my business cards was to get a QR code going, and I did that, which I'm really, really excited about, and that's what I wanted to show you. I did keep the card pretty much the same. I tried redesigning another card, and the more I looked at it, I showed my husband and we were like, it's just not fitting like who I feel like I am. But I really like these business cards. I feel like they're very neutral, but I love that because when I pair it with like a very bright piece, or especially during market season and stuff, this just really doesn't take away from whatever it's put on or with as far as like tagging and stuff like that, because I do actually use my business cards as my price tags. I just put a little sticker with the tag on the back, but that way if you buy something, you have a business card attached. So that's just a little marketing method I use. But basically the front still looks like this, which is exactly the same. I just blew it up a little bit. It was a little bit smaller and I wanted it slightly larger, so I did do that. And then on the back here, I have basically the same thing on this side. I did move this little text over from here to here. So this says, let's see, thank you for shopping and supporting my small business, with a little cute yarn skein. And it just used to be on the other side. And then I added my Let's Connect with a QR code. And this has a really cute little yarn hank inside and a little scan me arrow. And I just thought this was a really nice updated version of my business card. I was super excited to use this. And as someone who's not super tech savvy, I was very intimidated to get into QR codes, but it was really easy to use. And if you use Vistaprint, they actually have like an area on their site where you can just make a QR code. I think I used Canva for mine. I don't actually remember because I actually ordered these business cards initially a month ago, and they came in and I had a QR code I created on a website called QR Creator. And when you sign up for that, unbeknownst to me at the time, and they don't make it clear, you do sign up for like a 7-day free trial. So the QR code actually only works for 7 days, and then you have to pay $25 a month to use the QR code. And I said, simply absolutely not. But unfortunately, by the time I found this out, my business cards were already on the way. And I said to myself, okay, surely when they get here, I'll still be able to scan the card. And this QR code does take you to my Linktree, so all my socials are listed there, which is also a free tool you can use, Linktree. That way you can put everything in one spot if you have more than one socials you want to connect to it. It's a really helpful tool to use there as well. But I tried to scan my QR code when the business cards got here, and sure enough, it brought you to an error page. And I wanted to basically cry because I ordered 250 business cards, and then these were the other cards I ordered, which I was most excited about. I just recently designed these, and I really wanted to have these in for maybe like larger orders, or maybe if I start selling some pieces in my closet and I want to write you like a little note to go along with if you bought it. I don't know, this is just like circumstantial things I'm thinking about. I made these really cute 4x4 cards, and I left this area blank so I could like write you a little personal thank you message or something along those lines, but it's very basic. It just, you know, has my name and my branding, and it says thank you so much for ordering with my QR code again. But I did put these really cute like grainy square graphics in the background, and I just thought this was like so adorable. So I was so excited to get these, and I ordered 100 of those, and like I said, 250 business cards. So when they all got here, they were all completely unusable, and I literally wanted to cry. It was like a $75 order, and you know, $75 in the grand scheme is maybe not that much, but it's way more than I am willing to just throw away for literally no reason. So I reached out to Vista Print. By the way, this is not sponsored. I am just literally going to be a Vista Print customer for life. Also, Vista Print, if you happen to see this video, please sponsor me. I am like so in love with your company at this point. But I reached out and I was like, hey, I know this is my fault, but the QR code site I ended up using was a total scam. Like, is there anything you can do to like credit me a little bit of my order or something, because all my cards are entirely unusable and I'm gonna have to replace this order. And I just, you know, as a small business, that is a big ding to take. And they got back to me within 24 hours, I think like maybe even 12 hours. They just decided to credit me my entire order. So I was able to reorder all this stuff basically for free because I had already spent the money, and I was just so grateful. They didn't have to do that. This was completely on me for not checking my sources beforehand. I just couldn't believe they did that for me. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, that was a long story short to tell you I updated my business cards with a QR code, so I am hip and in the now like everybody else. And I really saw this happening a lot when I did my community project last year, and you guys were sending stuff in and I was able to just show the business card of whoever sent something in on the screen and you could scan it from there, and I thought that was really cool. So I did want to show you that I did it, and if I can do it, you can do it too, as far as creating a QR code goes. Anyways, I did want to get that out of the way and show you those cards because I'm actually just so excited, especially about these ones, and they printed so cute and I have 100 of them now, so super excited about that. And of course the restock on my business cards is always great too. So that out of the way, I also have some really fun hand spun yarn I want to show you. Not from me, I'm not spinning yet. I also finally moved the spinner out of this room, so it's actually in my guest room right now, but I needed the space in here and I feel so much better now because I was starting to feel a little bit closed in with that big guy just in my way. So let me grab this beautiful hand spun yarn I got and we can talk about it just a little bit. Okay, so the yarn we're looking at today was kindly sent to us by a friend here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Bex. But I am also going to show you this as kind of inspiration for something I hope to be able to create one day on my great wheel or something along the lines of it. This is really incredible yarn. I am blown away with the color combination here and how they were able to spin all these fibers together, but look how beautiful this yarn is. This is their adorable little logo as well and label. I love the orange of this, and this is going to be 100% merino wool, and it's 55 grams or 170 yards, all hand spun, which is so amazing. I'm gonna link their Instagram below in case you want to just take a look or support them by giving them a little follow. I don't believe they are going to be selling yarn at this point in time, but you can at least follow them over there, give them the support, or drop a little comment for them because I know they do watch the videos, and let them know what a wonderful job they did creating this yarn. But how the heck am I supposed to use this for a project when it's this gorgeous? We're definitely gonna have to hang this on the yarn wall, so I'm really excited about it and I wanted to share it with you because it's so stunning, and it was just so sweet of them to send it just as like a thank you for keeping them company while they are yarn spinning. So if you're watching, Bex, thank you so much again. I'm so happy with this yarn. I love it, and I am so inspired by it and inspired by you and your hand spinning journey. So that is so cool to me, and that kind of segues me a little bit into something I wanted to talk to you about really fast, and let me know your honest opinion in the comments if you have one. But I would love to know if buying hand-dyed yarn from me specifically would ever be something you'd be interested in. This is something I've really been kicking around almost all year at this point, so you know, the last 6 to 7 months, and I kind of can't get it off of my brain. I just have so many ideas for some really cool collections, and I'm very hesitant to start and try because it is kind of a large expense to get into hand dyeing yarn. And so I just wanted to take like a quick little poll to see if hand-dyed yarn is even something you guys usually buy, or you know, are interested in buying or something like that. I know it's a little bit more expensive, so if it's not in your budget, I totally understand. I would just love to know if this is something you like to shop a lot, if you would be interested in shopping some, at least maybe seeing the creative process of me making hand-dyed yarn. I don't know. This would be something I'd really love to get into, and I think that's kind of like my goal this year, is to really check that out and see if that's something that would be you know, a good business decision for me. And even more than just like to sell the yarn, I would just love to create it and show you guys my creative process and how I would come up with collections and names for collections. And I just have so many ideas swirling in my head that I feel like I'd really love to get out onto like a physical hank of yarn. So I don't know, just throwing it out there, and would love to hear like a little bit of feedback if you have any type of opinion on it one way or another. It would be super helpful for me to know. With making these yarn hank earrings, it's almost like further solidified the fact that I would love to hand dye yarn and make collections, because I'm already thinking about like yarn skein earrings for fall. I have like a really cool Halloween collection I want to do, and just all kinds of stuff like that. So I think that's really just catapulting me even further into wanting to hand dye my own yarns. But I think I have the space for it now that we have a house, and I would just love to maybe venture into that if that's something any of you would be interested in or think you could put into your budget or something like that. So anyways, guys, sorry for that little long tangent on there, but I also wanted to show you last night I ended up casting on a new project, and I'm really excited about it because when I started picking up knitting, this is something that was on like the forefront of my mind that I'd love to knit, and I'm finally just doing it. I don't know. Last night I'm like, whatever, I'm just starting this project. I have this gorgeous dragon egg of Noro yarn. I can't remember the name. This yarn has been in my stash for quite a while, and I'm just sick of looking at it and not having it get put to good use. So I am currently working on it. It's basically just this really open knit top. I also wanted to do this because I reckon this is gonna be my last summer project, and then I'm gonna start getting into sweaters again, crochet and knit wise. But I wanted to make one final, you know, send off for summer because I'm so ready for fall. I know it's bad because it's not even August yet, but you know, what can I do? So this is what I have so far. It's just gonna be very open, and I feel like this colorway was the perfect match for this sweater. The sweater feels very earthy and flowy, and it's just supposed to be very organic and all that stuff. So I'm definitely channeling nature for this project, and I feel like this colorway is just very appropriate for that. It's also gonna be like a drop shoulder. So I think I cast it on 65 stitches or so, and it just is going to hang off on both sides and then be very open and oversized. I'm gonna leave a very large neckline for myself so I can slouch it off a shoulder because that's something I really like to do. And I'm just doing stockinette back and forth until I reach the length that I want the panel to be. I'll make another one and then I'll attach and make some sleeves. I'm gonna make just 3/4 length sleeves for this project so that again I can just keep them out of the way and find the piece a little more wearable. That's definitely been a little bit of a hack I've been learning with myself lately, is that if the sleeves aren't quite as long, I tend to wear the piece a little more just because they're not in the way of everything when I'm trying to work, do stuff, etc., etc. So this was a really fun little random project I did end up casting on last night. I also love that I already have this much of it done because I probably worked on it for like 2 hours, maybe a little more, but it's gonna work up really, really fast. And I'm using my 10mm knitting needles again, which, did I want to do that? Not really. I really wanted like a tighter knit project, but we'll get into that come, you know, fall and winter. So that is also very, very fun. I'm excited to show you the final result once we get there on that. I'll show you a progress update on that piece tomorrow because I'm actually going to work on that this evening, this evening, and then tomorrow I plan on taking those hangers we just bought at the thrift store last week, and I'm going to upcycle them a little bit. And by that, all I mean is a lot of them need a little bit of TLC to be really gorgeous and beautiful again. Not too much work. It should be a very lightweight revamp, so I think we'll just need a hot glue gun and a little bit of yarn to remake some poof balls. Some of them definitely need a refresh, so we'll just make some new ones, reattach those, and then we'll have some really, really fun hangers to hang our final projects on. I was really so excited to find those for 50 cents. We got 12 of them. Can you even beat it? And then we'll also hang our newest yellow cardigan on one of them because I'm currently out of my really cute pink hangers. So this was the perfect time for that to happen, and that's kind of my plan for us tomorrow. I thought that'd be a cozy little project for us to do. And my last update for today that I really wanted to share with you guys is that I have such a bone to pick with Etsy right now, for multiple reasons, and I won't get into my personal reasons as far as like my business goes and things I'm having issues with as far as that. But why last night when I was looking up some new projects to start, which by the way, Etsy didn't help me out all with any kind of knit or crochet projects I wanted to start up, why did I see like 96% of the projects were AI generated photos? And that made me angry. I'm gonna be honest with you, it kind of also gave me like the ick as far as looking at patterns on Etsy goes. I did not enjoy that. It was also people who had a lot of like reviews and 5 stars and stuff like that, and I just was confused as to why there was so many AI generated photos and such obviously AI generated. I know AI generated photos have fooled me a couple times, but these ones were so obviously AI generated that I was just like, what are we doing here? I think I'm going to go back to Pinterest for my inspiration and stop looking at patterns on Etsy, and that way if I find something on Pinterest and it takes me to an Etsy link, fine, great. But as far as just searching something on Etsy, I am not currently pleased with the results as far as that goes. And the only reason that's kind of annoying is because when I go on Pinterest, sometimes there's so many projects that look fun to make, exciting to me, and I pin them all, and then I have so many that I'm too overwhelmed to pick one. If you guys have ever had that issue, let me know, or if that's just a me thing. I'm sure a lot of you experience like the decision paralysis of starting your next project as well. But honestly, I think that's why I picked this knit project, because I know it's gonna be super low commitment. I don't need it done necessarily for any kind of a timeline. So if I'm not having fun with it or I need to stop and put it down, that's also gonna be totally okay. And so I don't feel stressed when it comes to this project, but I'm also just noticing a lot of the things that I'm drawn to right now are definitely fall and winter related. Not so much winter, but definitely heavy on the fall related. As far as like crocheting things, I'm really into like apples right now. For whatever reason, all the apple crochet stuff is so stinking cute. I saw a really adorable oversized like granny square sweater I'm really wanting to make with you guys, and then a granny square cardigan, but they're like larger granny squares put together versus like little 4x4 ones. So that looks really interesting, and I just have so many fall projects that I feel like it's just a little bit too early to start yet. So I'm kind of putting those on the back burner until I hopefully knit this last summer piece, get the last summer bug out of my system, and then I'm gonna move into fall. I know that it's still August, it's very hot outside, but there are no rules and we can crochet whatever we want or knit whatever we want whenever we want. So that's definitely going to be my next venture. And I'm also really hoping to just put together a really cute little video of some fun, whimsy crochet patterns and test a couple of them out and review them for you guys. So I think that would be fun. I just have so many video ideas right now that are swirling around in my head and not enough time to make them and edit them. Anyways, I think now it is about 6:45. It's very late in the day, like I said. I was kind of just busy fulfilling orders all day, which again, so grateful for, but time slipped away from me. I just knew I wanted to get on and have a chat with you guys. I hope you didn't mind this little chatty catch up, but you know, as the weeks go on, I'm like, oh, I need to tell you this. I need to tell you this. I want to tell you this. But yeah, I'm gonna go knit now. I will show you an update tomorrow about how much I get done. I will catch you guys in the morning and we'll get to work on our project. Good morning, guys. It is crafting day. I'm so excited. Put your creative caps on because we are gonna jump right into these hangers. But really quick before we do that, I thought I would show you the little bit of progress I made last night. Do not be expecting anything huge here. I barely got anything added to the front panel or back panel, just depending on which one it is. But this is, whoops, hit my light there. This is where we are now. I am loving the way this color is knitting up, and I will insert a little Instagram reel I posted in regards to the yarn I'm using. And the reason I didn't get too much work done on this cardigan is because I actually frogged an entirely different project to make this project. So I went ahead last night and I pulled the whole thing apart. So that's what this cake is, and this little cake right here. I think a lot of you guys might be a little upset about it because it is a project that every time I wore it, you guys would compliment me on it, which was so sweet. But I think it's really just because of the nature of the yarn. This yarn is so beautiful and would be beautiful in any project. And something I mentioned in the reel is that I didn't frog that project because I hated it or something was wrong with it. I really just frogged it because it's no longer my style or what I'm looking for when I wear a piece. And so it really just sat in my closet, and I was making myself wear it for videos just to really wear it and get some use out of it. This is a Noro yarn as well, so this is a very expensive yarn, and I figure if it's gonna sit there and basically just collect dust, I might as well rip it all back and make something new of it. So this took me about maybe an hour, hour and a half to get all this yardage back, but I now have 492 extra yards to work this project with, which is obviously a big help. One ball of this yarn I don't think was gonna be enough. So anyway, that's what I ended up doing last night, and while I have a very little amount of progress to show you guys. And so this is just your gentle reminder that as you progress in your crochet or knit career, you absolutely reserve the right to pull back old projects, rip them apart, even if they were perfect, even if they brought you joy in the moment. Don't feel bad about all the hard work and effort you put into them, because they did bring you joy at one point, and now it's time to rework them into something new and have them bring you joy now. And I think it serves the yarn way better to do something with it and turn it into a different project and get inspiration from that, rather than just kind of writing that project off as, oh well, I made that a long time ago, it was great, and now I just don't wear it. So I did want to give you that little tidbit of info. Long tangent to say that that's how much I got done last night. But let's get into these hangers. Let's take a look at how many we're going to get done today. I have them down here. I can't say we'll get to all 12. I don't know the condition of a lot of these, but I do know that we're going to try our best to get to at least quite a few of them. For instance, like this first one up here, we definitely just need a pom-pom refresh on this. I am kind of considering maybe trying to wash them a little bit. Like some of them are a little bit dingy in color, but I think that's okay. I haven't seen all of these yet, like they've just been tied up, so I just untied them so we can kind of look through them together and see maybe what fixings might need to happen. So like I said, this one we'll definitely do the pom-pom, and that'll help a lot, but it definitely has a little bit of discoloring, could probably use a wash, so we'll see about that. I'm not sure if we'll get to that today. This is the next one we have. I'll have to straighten it out a little bit too, but we have this very sad little pom-pom, so maybe we'll give him a new one too, or just take it off, I'm not sure. And then the top of this one is fraying. A lot of these will see that on, so we'll have to hot glue that back into place, but this one looks pretty clean otherwise, so that's good. This one I didn't even know was in the pack, but this is just a little brown hanger, nothing on the top. So that one I'd probably need to crochet something up there. I don't think we'll get to this one today. That one seems a little bit more project intense. I have this really cute green and pink one that again needs to get straightened out, but we have this thing down here. Maybe these are supposed to be tassels or something. So maybe we'll do tassels, maybe we'll do a pom-pom here. I'm not sure, but this definitely needs a little bit of fixing there. So we'll get around to that one today, I think. Color on that one's really good. Color on this one is good. I really like this pink and red together. Had some type of little bow situation here. So again, figure something for that out or just take it off. We don't need all of them to have like something fun on them. Some of them I just think the bold color is plenty enough. So maybe we'll just take some off even. This one is really quite dirty. So actually, probably would need to be completely redone if I'm being honest, because the white is looking a little bit gross. We have some marks here that aren't so nice, so this one's probably going to need an entire revamp, so I'm going to put this one aside here. That's okay though. This one's so cute. I love the structure of this hanger. Again, I'm seeing these for the first time with you guys, so I'm excited about this one. We have another pom-pom situation of some sort, and then I love the multicolor here. So that is really cute. This one's really well done and in very good color condition. It's like a pale yellow and a red, if you can see that there. So probably my favorite one so far, actually. Again, we have another white one with some light blue. This one is looking, oh, actually, I think this is light pale green. So looking way less dirty as a light green than if it was supposed to be white. Yeah, this is definitely like some kind of seafoam green. Again, we got the tassel. They love the good tassel on their hangers, I guess. So here's this one. Not looking too bad, not looking the best, but definitely workable. So we'll sort that out. We have two now coming up that are blue and white. So this one needs a good shave on it. It's very fuzzy frilly, and a little bit of TLC here. I'm not exactly sure if I like the design on this one as much, so I'll put this in the other pile because I don't know that I'll have time to really do what I want to do to this one, because I'll probably maybe take everything off of it to redo it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't put too much thought into it yet. This one I do like a lot more, same with the blue and white, but it's just done a little bit better. So this is what this one looks like. Some kind of bow thingy here. probably just remove that one and keep this as is. And the last two we have here are this blue and yellow, perhaps one? Blue and white, blue and yellow. I don't know. This one definitely needs a little bit more help, so I'll put this in the other pile that we probably won't get to today, but could be better, could be worse, kind of somewhere in between. Oh, I'm trying not to sneeze. Little yarn particles are going everywhere. Okay, last one. Again, this structure is 10 out of 10. This one and that other one are so beautiful and really beautifully done. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sneeze, guys. We have some kind of little bow thing on this one. This one honestly looks kind of just good as is. I think I might even just leave it. I love the structure of this. And so yeah, this is our last one. Maybe we'll just put another one of these on the other side or something like that. Who knows? But kind of cute. So those are what we got working with today, with the ones I put aside for us to redo maybe at a later time where we have a little bit more time to do them. It could be fun even to just completely cut off all the yarn and redo something, because this is, as I mentioned in my last video, something I've always really wanted to do and just never had the hangers or time to do it. So if we sat down together, it could be fun to try to create our own little hangers. I've never crocheted onto a hanger, so I don't know how it would go, but I assume it wouldn't be too bad. So all right, let's get the hot glue gun going. Let's see what kind of colors we have as far as yarn goes to match our hangers we're going to get to today, and let's give them a little bit of a refresh. Even though we're starting off at a pretty good spot, I don't think any of them are really too bad or too far gone for us to get into today. Okay, taking a look at my yarn section over here, I am trying to match this hanger first, and I definitely have some colors that match it pretty well, but you know, in regular Dana fashion, I think I'm just going to try to redo it because this light pink one in particular is kind of bothering me with how dirty it looks, and I looked at it. I don't think it's going to be that hard for me to try to do. I didn't really want to get into that intensive of a project this afternoon, but honestly, it's one of those things where I'd rather just do it right the first time than do it and maybe undo it. So let's give this a shot. Sorry, the lighting is so bad because I'm against the light here. Hold on, there we go. So let's give this a try. I'm going to pull the whole thing back, attach this, try to do it. It looks kind of like friendship bracelet style, which I used to make plenty of back in the day, so I shouldn't have too much of an issue with this. And if this is easy, we will redo quite a few of these hangers because there's definitely some I would love to do a totally different color on, so that'd be kind of fun as well. I have so much scrap yarn that why not have another scrap yarn project. We've been doing so good with our scrap yarn this year. I'm really proud of us and working through it. So this is the pink I'm going to use. It's been in my stash for approximately 600 years, maybe even more. So let's see if we can redo this light pink one, make it look all cutesy. I'm going to use the same design though because I really like what they were going for with this one. Okay, so our hanger is now bare boned. It is actually two hangers put together, so that's good to know. I didn't take the tape off and replace it because it's holding up fine and it doesn't matter, we're recovering it. So that took me 12 minutes, in case you're wondering. I kind of feel like that will be the most time-consuming part, or the most annoying part, really, not time-consuming. This will definitely probably take longer than 12 minutes, but be a little bit more enjoyable. So in theory, what I think we need to do here is just add some tape up at the top to kind of hold us in place, and then I guess we're just gonna wrap this around. I was thinking that it was actually crocheted on here, and I think some of them are definitely maybe crocheted. I couldn't tell you, I don't know, but I am going to first try it like friendship bracelet style, like I mentioned, where you just basically wrap it around a bunch of times. So let's see how that goes. I got my tape here, and I'm just going to tape it down. I'll show you in 1 second. Hold on here. Also, I don't know if you could tell at all while I was cutting the yarn off, but it was kind of just disintegrating off anyway. So I think that yarn has been on these hangers for quite a while. So I just did it so that the yarn is facing outwards, and I have it taped up here just to kind of like anchor me in place. And now we just start wrapping. So I threw all that yarn on the floor for no good reason. I'll just need to rewind it up and go from there. I'm gonna scoot you in so you can see, because what's the fun if you can't watch what I'm doing here? Okay, is this the best angle? No, but it is what we're gonna work with here. And let's see if I remember how to do this. A little hair in there, whoops. I think I just go like this. Wait, maybe I want to go this way over though. No, this way is just more natural for me. Okay, let's see. Off to a rough start, but I think this is how I did it back in the day. I think the first ones are always, you know, the most tricky. Oh yeah, there we go. I think this is it. Did I go over? Now I'm already not remembering here. Yes, I did go over. Okay, over and through. Little bit worried about when we get to this area, how I'll navigate that, but I think this is going to work. I really should have gone under instead of over. I think that would be a little bit easier, but that's okay. We're learning. I do remember this part of when I used to make friendship bracelets that they would start to turn like this. Can you see? It would start to rotate a little bit, but it's definitely staying on, and I think that's gonna work. So let's just repeat this process a bunch of times and see if we can't make this hanger totally covered this way. Look how cute this is. I'm sure on camera it looks basically the same, but that was kind of the point, remember? I am so happy I ended up just redoing the whole thing and refreshing it. This is actually a lot more work than I anticipated it being and took a lot longer. I did also, oh here, I ended up making another pom-pom in like this light peach color, and I was wondering would it be cute if I put like one more here and one more here? Look at that. So would it be cute to have like 3 pom-poms, or should I just keep the one classic like I had? I'm gonna keep it like this. Wait for your guys' comments, see if anyone has an opinion on it one way or another, but I think this is so cute, and I would honestly love to flip a lot more of these hangers. I'm gonna stop with just this one for today because in case you guys aren't super interested in this, I don't wanna bore you with doing a lot more of them. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts because if you really did enjoy it, I will totally take all these hangers and revamp them in one way or another and make it its own little video or show you in better detail how I did this, because even if I just got the hangers for 50 cents and the inspiration, I think it's still a good deal, but this is so cute, and I should, oh, let me hang my knit project on it, my yellow cardigan I just finished, and we can see what that looks like on here. That'd be so cute. Ta-da! So there we go. Just a really cute whimsy touch to my crochet pieces. I think this is so fun. I really, really enjoy this, and so I hope you guys did get a kick out of it too, and let me know about the extra pom-poms. But I think, guys, I am going to actually leave you here for the week. I need to get this edited and get it up and posted for you guys, but I just wanted to say, of course, thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope you had a fun time with me and enjoyed our little chats together. I know this was a little bit more of a chatty vlog, so hopefully you enjoyed the catch up and just enjoyed spending your time with me, because I enjoy spending my time with you and having you here with me. So thank you so much. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Monday, occasionally on Thursdays. They're always crochet, knit, craft related, all the good things. And I would love to have you. If you would love to be a part of my community, make sure you give this video a like before you leave today if you liked it, and make sure you drop a comment down below letting me know what you think about the hangers, what you thought about the cardigan, if you like hand-dyed yarns or not, if you'd be interested in them, all of the things. Leave it all down in the comments, whatever you feel like sharing with me. I would be so interested to read that down below, so thank you in advance for any feedback you give to me. I love hearing from you guys, of course. Thank you so much for letting me take up a little bit of your time here on the internet today. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will be seeing you guys shortly in a new video soon. All right, love you. Bye.